Hello. In today's modern era, our lifestyle has become hectic and stressful, leading to ignorance of most important aspects, which are healthcare and nutrition. While we have to face the results of this ignorance at the later stages of our life, why not be more conscious about our health and well being? Today, we have a guest who has achieved an expertise in the field of dietetics and nutrition. She has excelled in studies dedicated to this field. Today, we have with us Shradha Rajwade, who has achieved an expertise in the field of dietetics and nutrition. She has excelled in studies dedicated to this field. Shradha ma'am has completed Bachelor of Science Zoology, Postgraduate Diploma in Nutrition and Dietetics, Postgraduate Certificate in Diabetes Education. She has a vast experience in the field of education as a teacher as well as member of Board of Studies for Zoology Department at Abasaheb Garware College, Pune. She has an enriching experience of designing and evaluating BSc course to make it more relevant and futuristic as well as improving employability of students. Shradha ma'am conducts corporate lectures in lifestyle management and diet solutions on subjects like stress and nutritional management, yoga, myths and weight management, women's health, PMS, kitchen and food pharmacy, nutrition and methods of cooking, food for beauty and brains, mood and food connection, etc. She has also conducted special nutrition sessions in schools for parents to promote healthy eating habits, building immunity, achieving growth parameters, and general well-being. She has designed and executed Gayatri Mantra project in collaboration with Dinanath Mangeshkar Hospital and Jnana Prabodhini Psychology Department, Pune. Shradha ma'am has developed integrative, holistic approach to food and nutrition. She is involved in professional and personalized diet counseling. She emphasizes on preventive health care, healthy lifestyles, and inculcating behavioral changes. So today, Shradha ma'am will talk to us about her experiences throughout her journey and the advantages and disadvantages of this field. She will also throw a light on various educational options and opportunities in dietetics and nutrition field. Let's talk to Shradha Rajwade.
A career in the field of dietetics and nutrition, I feel, is like a rising star. We know that the modern dietetics really took shape or a lot of research started happening in the field of nutrition and dietetics in the early phase of 20th century. Say within the first 2 or 3 decades, the important vitamins and minerals were researched as chemicals, and their importance for the human survival was known in that period. Later on, modern dietetics took a better shape, and currently the pre and post corona period, importance of nutrition and dietetics has taken the awareness about this field has taken really good steps in terms of shaping this as a career. So as I said, this is like a rising star, and a career in the field of nutrition and dietetics will have a wider scope from now on. According to the current educational system that we have in India, children can opt for 10th standard and then they can do their 12th standard from the science stream. Somebody who wants to do a career in nutrition and in the field of nutrition and dietetics can opt for a BSc in clinical nutrition, in nutrition and dietetics, in food safety and nutrition, as well as sports nutrition. Different institutes and different universities all across India have the facility of a bachelor's degree in nutrition and dietetics or the affiliated allied fields in that. Then you can pursue an MSc. An MSc essentially would be in clinical nutrition or sports nutrition. The approach of MScs differs. The specialization can be in clinical nutrition, or sometimes the approach is health and sports. Accordingly, you can choose an MSc degree. A very important thing in terms of practicing the field in the field of dietetics is a PG diploma in diet therapy or PG diploma in dietetics and nutrition. This gives you a special edge as to counseling as a dietitian or help you set up a nutrition clinic or a diet advice clinic. You can also pursue a PhD later on, which will be more focused in terms of doing some nutrition research or being in the field of nutrition consultation later on. A very important thing that I left earlier was the RD exam. An RD exam is conducted by the Indian Dietetic Association. It really helps you to set up a clinic and a practice in the field of nutrition and dietetics, advising diets. You will require 3 years. The normal bachelor's degree you can have in 3 years time. Then there is an MSc for 2 years. If you are doing a PG diploma in dietetics and nutrition, it will be a 1-year course with a 6 months internship, hospital internship. And if you are doing a PhD, it can go anywhere from 3 to 5 years. So depending on what kind of route you choose to get yourself educated in this field, it can go anywhere from 3 to 7 years or even more after 12th standard. BSc and MSc level education is offered by many state universities all across India, particularly in Maharashtra. SNDT Women's University offers good courses for BSc and MSc level education in the field of nutrition and dietetics. Nirmala Niketan in Mumbai has good courses. In Pune, Symbiosis has very good courses in clinical nutrition. There are colleges in Nagpur which offer nutrition and dietetics. As far as the other states in India go, CMC Vellore is there, NIN Hyderabad is there, Manipal University, Manipal Academy in Karnataka is there. Delhi has a lot of universities which can give you these courses. So all across India, there are many institutes which offer courses in BSc and MSc in nutrition and dietetics field. There is no national level entrance exam like a NEET for courses in nutrition and dietetics. Many institutes and universities will have their own criteria as well as their own entrance exam, and some of them may or may not have personal interviews also, after which they shortlist their students for that particular course. The average fee structure for any BSc or MSc course in our country would be similar. Even if you are doing a course in dietetics or nutrition, you will have to pay similar kind of fees, mostly in all states. But if you are getting educated from a private institution in this kind of field, because it's a professional field, fees can be a little bit more in private institutes. As a part of an initiative currently run by the central government, they are introducing a lot of short courses for people to become self-employed. Similarly, some short courses like a 3-month course or a 6-month course or a 1-year course are being introduced in different fields so as to improve the self-employment of the general public in India. I feel that these kind of courses definitely help self-empowerment and self-employment, but as a part of having a career as a dietitian and a nutritionist, these people may or may not be able to give you therapeutic diets. What should be done is all such force which is being trained in short courses can be used to create awareness about health, fitness and diet in the general public. If you want to do a career in any field, there are some core competencies which are required. The first being the knowledge of the subject, the second being some skills and talents which you need to have to practice a career, and third is attitude. We'll see each one of them one by one. The first of the core competencies is the knowledge of the subject. You need to have a very strong base of knowledge of the subject and you should be very thorough in your subject. I can give you an example. If you go to a doctor for some treatment of your ear or nose, and if the doctor says that, sorry, I had put this particular topic for an option while I was studying during my degree. Is it possible? Similarly, a dietitian cannot do the same. you need to be very well trained and you need to have a very strong base as far as the knowledge of the subject goes. The second important thing is an updation. Once you pass out as a nutrition or nutritionist or dietitian, you need to keep on updating on your subject. You have to be very vigilant about what is happening around you. You need to be educated in that field. There is a continuous need of updation as far as the research goes, what kind of translation you do in terms of the available information from the research. That is also important. One more important thing which I will classify under the base of knowledge is your experience. The more experience you have in this field, the more would be your knowledge of the subject and you would be better at helping people in finding solutions through diet. The second core competency which we can talk about while having a successful career would be the communication skills, the talents as well as the skills which a person should have to be a good nutritionist or a dietitian. There are two ways in which you can work as a nutritionist or dietitian. One is you can have your own practice of a diet clinic. The other way is working in a institution like a hospital, wherein your communication skills are very important. While working in a team, your interpersonal skills as well as your communication skills become a very important part of what you are and what you can be. When you are working as a nutritionist or dietitians, there are many different strata of people with whom you come across, and being accommodative and being appreciative of the differences that you may have with your client is very important. Being able to build a bridge and find a solution for people with differences is a very important skill that a dietitian or a nutritionist should have. The third core competency is the attitude. For any person to become successful, any probable field, is to have the right attitude required for that particular field. There are certain angles to what kind of right attitude you need to have for becoming a nutritionist and dietitian. The first being being straightforward, having a good integrity and being very honest with your clients. Whenever you are giving them solutions through diet, it is a good practice to be very honest and straightforward and then able to communicate with them. Another very important thing is to have a desire to help. That is a very important quality that every nutritionist and dietitian should have. If there is a desire to help somebody from within and find solutions for them, it becomes really easy to help somebody. It is an important trait to be result oriented as a nutritionist or a dietitian. A lot of people come to you with special requests of reaching their health goals within a stipulated amount of time. As a part of that, being result oriented becomes a very important trait that a nutritionist or dietitian should have so as to be able to deliver those results to your clients. Being able to respect other people's differences and being able to accommodate them is another attitude which you need to train yourself in. Being warm and non-judgmental is also an important trait that a dietitian should have so as to find good solutions for her client. Last but the most important is being empathetic towards your clients. Unless and until you are able to see yourself in their shoes, you will not be able to find good solutions for them. Nutrition and a diet counselor or a dietitian can have his or her own setup of counseling and diet clinic. Then you can work as a part of medical team in different hospitals. There are nutritionists which are required in a gym setup, and you can also be sports nutritionist. Nowadays nutritionists are also a part of different sports teams where they are focused on the sports performances of these teams. They cater to the nutritional requirements of individual athletes in this team. There are different organizations like UNICEF, WHO, others which you can use as you can be a part of and work as a nutritionist there. There can be a lot of avenues wherein nutrition and dietetics can be researched. You can also work as a food safety auditor in different organizations. Health coaching is a very important dimension that is coming out of this field, and you can work as a health coach. Health coaches can be personal coaches, or these can also work in MNCs as a part of corporate teams. That is also possible. Many companies which are working in the field of nutraceuticals or food industry, like say Coca-Cola or Ranbaxy, Nestle, Patanjali, Godrej Foods, Kellogg's, they are also interested in employing nutritionists or dietitians as a part of their teams. After completing your education by doing your BSc and PG diploma in dietetics and nutrition, there are certain avenues through which you can pursue your education further, as in an MS or a PhD degree in different institutes away from India. There are some institutes wherein you can pursue this in USA, in the UK, Australia, and some other places like Spain. But the thing is that if you are willing to go outside India and study nutrition and dietetics, there are also a lot of chances of scholarships that you can earn while you are learning this science outside India. While working as a nutritionist or a dietitian, you can have two options. Either you can have your own full-fledged practice of giving diet advice, or then you can be a team member, or you can work with an organization as a salaried person or a salaried nutritionist or a dietitian. Both have their own advantages and disadvantages. Mostly when you are starting your own practice as a nutritionist or as a dietitian, so many things have to be done on your internal steam or internal energy that needs to be done. In any kind of profession, you need to set up your own practice or your own business. All these things have to be done if you want to have your own practice. The advantageous situation can be for a salaried person, because then he or she can have a regular income while working as a part of a team. When you are working, having your own practice, you are essentially a self-employed person. It can have its own benefits or disadvantages as well. So it is a personal decision as to where you want to work, whether you want to be a self-employed person or you want to work as a salaried person in a team. During the last 2 or 3 years of corona pandemic, it was very evident that lifestyle and diet plays a very important role in preventing certain diseases as well as to keep certain diseases away and at bay. Initially, when all of us were facing the pandemic of corona, there was no medical treatment available as such to fight this disease. And I can very confidently say that all the solutions that were given or discussed during this period were basically based on nutrition and of course lifestyle, but nutrition. Whatever we could do or whatever we could do in terms of prevention or keeping ourselves away from this infection was through diet. And I think corona has been a big eye-opener for everybody, the entire world, that diet and a career in diet is going to be the next new horizon, and I am sure it is going to be a very important career in the future. Some companies are developing certain softwares to help nutritionists or dietitians from this field to set up their practices. These applications can help the nutritionists to set up their practice, create client records, and keep a track of their development and their prognosis of a particular diet therapy. As a parting note for this interview, I would like to urge everybody who wants to do a career in this field or who is a mere spectator of this video. I would like to make a small request to everybody that whenever you are going to somebody and taking their advice for diet or lifestyle related changes, please make sure that you are going to a right person. There are a lot of people who claim to be dietitians or nutritionists or claim to be trained in this field. Usually a course of say 3 months, 6 months, 9 months or a year will not be able to give you enough information as to what effects diet or lifestyle can have on somebody's health. When it comes to your health, you have to be very vigilant as to whom you take an advice from, and please make sure that you take an advice from a really educated person from this field who has at least 3 to 5 years of education experience and then consultation or counseling experience in the field of nutrition and dietetics. It is very important because if you are considering a surgery, would you ever go to a person who is not trained as a surgeon? Similarly, when it comes to your health, you should always take diet advice or lifestyle advice from a person who has been trained well, has a good foundation of knowledge, and who really is a well-wisher and would guide you to have the right kind of dietary changes as well as lifestyle modifications for you to lead a healthy life. I really take this opportunity to wish luck and give my best wishes to everybody who wants to pursue a career in the field of nutrition and dietetics. All the best.
Educational path, 12th Science, then BSc in Clinical Nutrition or Nutrition and Dietetics or Food Safety and Nutrition or Sports Nutrition, MSc in Clinical Nutrition or Sports Nutrition, PhD, PG Diploma in Diet Therapy or Dietetics and Nutrition, provides additional edge, courses offered by many state universities across India, own criteria and entrance exam, no national level entrance test, registered dietitian RD exam taken by Indian Dietetic Association, lots of short courses in the field introduced by central government should be used to create awareness in society about health, fitness and diet. Education abroad, MS or PhD available in many institutes, scholarships available, core competencies needed, strong and thorough subject knowledge, updating of knowledge, communication skills, interpersonal skills, being straightforward and honest with the client, desire to help, being result oriented, respectful and non-judgmental towards the client, empathy, career paths, own practice, working with healthcare institute like hospital, work with gym setup, working with sports teams, work with various organizations as UNICEF, WHO, food safety auditor, health coaching, personal or corporate, nutritionist in food industry, changes in the last 10 years. Importance of dietetics and nutritionist increased post-corona. Huge opportunities, new application and software for client records.